When I was going to Oklahoma Christian University as a student, trying to find a teaching job, everyone said, get in Edmond schools, they're great. And so that became my goal as a senior in college. I came over and met coaches and started talking about what I could so that I could come be a part of this school system. And that was where it started. And I was hired in 1980 as a track coach and started at the middle school level. I taught at Sequoia 8 years and then went to Memorial High School till the school split. And then when the school split, I came to North only because at the time my family lived out north of town. And so we come here. And so I'm very fortunate to have all four of my own children come graduate from Edmond North High School. I got to be here and watch them be a part of the high school. So very fortunate in that respect. There's so many good things about the school system and the people that I've worked with.
20, 25 years that I've seen him, kids were always told two things by Tom. Once a Husky, always a Husky, and go Huskies. Tom was Mr. Husky all those years, but we have kids that Tom sees that are adults now that are doctors and different things, different professions that he comes across that we have come across that said, oh yeah, you were my athletic director, you were my coach, you were my teacher even before he came over here when he was at Memorial and taught in the classroom. Parents that have kids that have come through that Tom's made an impact twice on. So and it's just not in Edmond, it's all over the state of Oklahoma, and I'm sure throughout the United States and probably throughout the world that kids have ended up that Tom Snider made an impact on.
When you start teaching, you don't know what you're in for. You come out of college and you think you know it all. And when I got here, I realized I didn't know much of anything as far as how to have a high standard of teaching, high standard of doing what's right for kids. And that's what Edmond was about, was the higher standard and how to teach kids the right way. And they were always on the cutting edge. And the things I didn't know coming in, and you automatically working with all the people around you, learn, okay, I've got to be that person too. From, I guess, 20 years ago, it's not a job, this is my life. And when I became athletic director, I kind of lived up here. And I loved it. And, like I said, my kids were here going to school, and so this was kind of our place. Home was here a lot of times, and so it's been a special thing to be with Edmond Schools, but mainly because of all the great relationships and the great people, and the kids, the parents, I don't know a place you'd rather be in. We've been very fortunate at Edmond North. Like I said, we've got great kids and great parents, and those kids are motivated, but you still have to come work and do all the extras to get to that level. And our kids do that, and our coaches do that. And I feel fortunate to be a part of that, but to see those kids get a conference championship or regional or state and see how happy they were that they accomplished their goal, and knowing that that's a lesson they've learned for life and how it works. I think that's been kind of one of the greatest things I've been be a part of here.
These have been honestly the best 4 years of my life. And I love this school. And Coach Snider, every time I see him, whether it's walking down to the field house or anything, it's always a smile, hi, how are you doing? It's just that's how we talk to each other. The coaches, Coach Snider, Coach Potter, have all been super supportive of my future, and they all invest time trying to get me noticed at schools and stuff like that. My sophomore year, we were going to play Memorial at Memorial. It was our first time going to their stadium, and before the game he came in and basically gave us honestly, it was one of the best speeches I've ever heard. It was good. After he left, the players, we sat in there for a couple minutes, in silence, and then we went out and we beat them.
I've ran into people just this last year that say, hey, Coach, how are you doing? And how are things going? And I just wanted you to know that Edmond North changed my life and the things, and it's good to hear that. You don't know it at the time, but you find out years later that you've impacted someone's life in a way that you just didn't know, and you don't realize how much you're actually investing and what other people are investing to at the time until later, and you realize that was a special time. And, maybe didn't realize it at the time how special it was, but it was good, really good. I can't think of a better job that I would have ever done in my life. I'm humbled, I guess is the word. I want to thank him so much. When you're honored being in the Hall of Fame of the #1 school district in the state, what more is there in my profession? So I want to say thank you to the foundation, and thank you for all that you do for our schools, because it's all making it all happen together. That's what makes Edmond the way it is people working together.